war escalation this weekend, but the NASDAQ, Dow, and some of these other markets actually relatively quiet at the moment. Is this simply a trap coming? Guys, this is the daily entry. I'm giving you day trading setups on the NASDAQ, Dow, oil, BTC, and gold. Let's go. Now, for those of you that watched Friday, it turned into quite a bit of a banger. We nailed some amazing setups there and caught that on the live trading later on that I did with Chento. But we're back in the game here on the comp. I'm now coming fourth. I got 189% trading these bangers from Friday. So if you want a bit of a highlights pack or a blow-by-blow, you can check it out here on the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪🏊 YouTube. So this is the 12-hour chart that I'm looking at here at the moment, and there's one big level left. Let's talk about the Dow. What are the big levels that I'm looking at today for the Dow? Well, let's get into the bigger chart here. But look, you guys get the picture. You're only as good as your last trade. Right now I'm cooking. Let's see if I can repeat it today and get us something that we can work with. Remember the rules of engagement here: 2-to-1, 1-to-1 trades. You don't want to get married to positions. We're going to cut these losers pretty quickly. And obviously, guys, don't overtrade. If you're having a bad day out there or things aren't going your way, like for example Thursday didn't go that well for me. If you're having a bad day, just cut it early, come back the next day. I'm here every single day with very strong tradable areas for you guys. Let's talk about the big dog here that everybody is watching at the moment, and this is oil. I covered this gap fill extensively during the course of last week. Hopefully you guys did keep your eyes on this chart, and we have now closed that gap. So oil's pumped up, closed the gap, and now it's rejected off a very simple marker. Look at that, the 50-day MA coming into play. But what does this mean for us today in terms of our trading plan? So you can see oil is nice and red, and we've got these other markets pushing higher. Is this simply a trap? And I'm going to show you why this could be a trap. So oil nice and weak. This is the WTI crude oil chart we are watching. Look at this, dropping into quite a high probability bounce zone there at the 78 region. So looking for longs around 78. Look for the sweep of the lows, and then we've got the major danger zone. This is 76 into 74.5. This is the 200-day MA VWAP from the lows as well, and oscillator as things stand looking bearish. So I am looking for some weakness in oil. I am looking for a push at the moment in some of these other markets, and then into short zones and a possible bounce on oil during the course of the day. So in terms of what you want to do, I am trading these on UBIT at the moment, and you can see these wicks at the moment on the WTI chart are around about 78. Just make sure, if you are trading, whatever exchange you're trading on, make sure you're tying in these wicks with the trading account or the trading exchange that you are using. You can see there's a slight discrepancy in the numbers. So I have longs here on UBIT, 78.6, 78.25, and 78. This is a small account I'm running for that comp. We're trying to grow this thing. I'm trying to get this thing as high as possible, as quickly as possible. We got 5 days left in this trading comp. Okay, so guys, if you want to trade on UBIT, there is a link in the show description there for you guys. Now, oil dropping, is this simply a trap for us to get another short on the Dow? Okay, so we nailed the long and we nailed the short on Friday, and now we're looking for a repeat of round 2. So the first big zone I'm interested in on the Dow has got to be this 52,600 region, making a lot of sense to me. If we revisit this undercarriage, we take out that wick, I think there's a high probability rejection in that zone, even if it is just a simple short-term move. So I'm looking for shorts up there. Higher conviction zone, 52,840 on the upside, and then longs, guys, I want to take out this wick again. I believe we can come back down here. If oil pumps, you might find we get that drop and we can fill that wick there again from Friday's trade, 51,950. Okay, so those are the Dow trade zones. Remember, everything I talk about here on the show, I'm going to be dropping in the Chart Hackers Discord. I've got a separate section here, the TradFi section, and I'm going to drop updates, etc., for the day from the daily entry there. So if you want to be in the Chart Hackers Discord, just grab the link. It's in the show description and jump in over there. Let's talk about trade setups on the NAS. What is going on here? And again, showing strength. And I mean, we've had major war escalations. To me, a little bit surprising and might simply be a trap. So in terms of my first short engagement zone, 29,040, I think there's value up here. There is a VWAP coming down from the highs. We got a 0.5. I've got some undercarriage action and horizontal. So 29,040, tentative short on the NAS. Then I've got a so-so area, 29,200. I'm not decided what I want to do there, kind of just avoiding that for now. And then I've got a higher time frame, higher impact zone for me. This is the high conviction, 29,510 into 29,590, 50-day MA, bearish order block, wicks, and a 786. That is my banger for later on today if we push into that zone. Where do we grab some longs? I think tentatively today we look for this wick fill. If we drop into that zone, we test this area. Below that, big problems. Okay, if we drop below that zone, I'll cover it on the live trading on the YouTube chart hackers later on today that we do in a couple of hours time. Okay, so longs for the NAS, 28,300 into 28,250 for me. Let's talk gold. Also fairly quiet considering what is going on out there at the moment. And in terms of gold, basically a ping pong zone making sense for me. Look at this bearish VWAP coming from the highs. Look how the wicks just keep pushing through that bearish VWAP. So I'm my first short on gold today, 4,080 into 4,100, looking for a short in that region. Risk is going to be roughly, say, 0.5%. So it's pretty much nothing. And then in terms of a bounce, I'd like to revisit these lows. We didn't quite take out that wick, so we got the nice bounce Friday, but I think we can go again, guys. 3,950, looking for that bounce there. Also pretty much a low risk play on gold if you're looking for some action. Now let's talk about the big dog, and a couple of things looking pretty good actually for BTC. And one of the big ones is we got a nice big weekly close above the 50-day moving average. We've closed above this wedge that you see as well, and we are holding our daily VWAP from the lows. So my only sort of negative here at the moment, and I think BTC can actually hold this area, is if we drop down and we come and fill this daily wick that's been left behind, we'll drop into the 50-day MA, that local VWAP, and that trend that you see over there, and that's around 63k. So looking for longs. If we drop Bitcoin into that 63k, I think there's a strong chance that region fights. I think there's a strong chance the bulls step in there and Bitcoin actually holds and churns higher, 67.5 and 70k. So that's a big marker for me that I'm watching today. Looking for longs on any weakness into that area. Now, where can we find some lower time frame setups that make sense? Well, you've come to the right place. Here's the 1 hour time frame, and you can see we've taken out our weekend lows. We dropped down into that zone on Saturday, and then you can see weekend lows taken out, and now Bitcoin is currently bouncing. Now, in terms of the current playbook, yes, there is a rejection zone over here, but what I'm looking for at the moment, considering the 1 hour has only just started pushing up, we might see a little bit more higher pushes here on BTC. So first engagement short for me has got to be a sweep of these highs, and I would say 65,500 into 65,600 looks like a reasonable short attempt. Look for the pump and look for a nice rejection on, say, a 15-minute, 30-minute candle, and then you should get some kind of ride down. If it goes higher, obviously just refer back to these levels, 67.4 and 70,300 for BTC. In terms of conviction longs, guys, 63k, that's the one I've just showed you on that higher time frame daily chart. That must hold. Okay, we've got a wick fill in that zone. I've got a 786. I've got actually two 786s here, 50-day MA. If we drop there, that's where I'm longing today. Looking for action there on BTC. Gonna try and keep it bullish above that zone. Okay, so guys, that's your daily entry for the day. I'm trading live again on the Chart Hackers YouTube. Just find us later today. I'll be there in a couple of hours time, and hopefully we get some movements there. We're gonna trade a ton of these altcoins. Just a reminder, I am carrying couple of long positions left here, and we're going to highlight some of these during the course of the day. You can see Ondo starting to run. That was a little breakout chaser there. ETH still looking okay. Sol's looking okay. So I'll cover these obviously on the live trading. I'll cover these on the live trading later on. Guys, that's your daily entry. See you later.